first. Sin x dx will be minus cos x. It will be minus cos x plus constant. Constant will always be there. So I'm not taking constant, but actually this constant will always be there. Means whenever we are integrating the function fx dx, that will always be some other function gx plus some constant will be there. That constant will always be there. In fact,
Why should we write constant, sir?
because of this reason, I will tell you. Just let me. If I take gx d by dx, it is opposite of differentiation. Remember, what I get g dash x plus what is the derivative of constant? 0.
0, sir.
So it means when I integrate g dash x, then I can write it as not only gx, but I can write it as gx plus constant. That is the reason. Okay. Constant may always be there. That constant may be sometimes 0 also. So if that constant is gx, some constant appear here always. So because it is appearing always, so I will just not use it. Instead of constant, I will be just taking the term which is function, which is not constant term, that I will be taking. For example, I will be remembering this. Sin x integration is minus cos x. Why it is minus cos x? Because differentiation of cos x is, what is differentiation of cos x? Minus. So with the derivative of minus cos x, derivative will be sin x. What is the integration of cos x? Sin x. What is integration of secant square x?
Tan x.
Tan x. What will be integration of secant x tan x?
Secant x.
Secant x. Just opposite. What integration of tan x? That is complicated. This I will do later on. I am not do that because we have not done any differentiation.
In the list that you have sent of integration formula,
your
there
voice
is
is
one
not clear.
called
Voice is not clear.
CSC, sir. What is that, sir?
Cosecant.
In the list that you sent, CSC, there is there.
Secant.
Cosecant. That means cosecant. It is a short way of writing cosecant. Okay. So sin x is minus cos, cos is sin, secant square nx is secant, and come to 1 by x dx.
Log x.
Ln x.
Log x.
What is derivative of integration of e raised to power x? Simple, very simple. It is e raised to power x. A raised to power x is equal to a raised to power x divided by
ln
ln a. Divided or not? If any doubt, we should multiply. Do what? Take that derivative again. If derivative is over x, upon we getting 1 upon the outside derivative of a raised to x. 1 upon log a is outside. Derivative of a raised to x is log a into a raised to x. Right or not? I was forgetting it. What was the derivative of a raised to x? I think that only a raised to x into log a. So log a cancels. What we are getting? A raised to x. Derivative of a raised to x upon log a is a raised to x. And that is the reason why integration of a raised to x will be equal to a raised to x divided by log a. Okay. Next we have algebraic functions x raised to n.
X for n plus
Dx.
1 by n.
X raised to by
N plus.
you can verify it by differentiating. You will get the right answer. what is integration of just a constant? Constant can be taken out of the integration. Integration of dx will be x.
X.
So it is just cx only. If I multiply constant by, let us say, constant a into fx plus minus constant b into gx, and I want to integrate these two functions together, then I will take a into integration of plus b minus b, same way as before. Separately, we have to integrate each term separately. Next, if I have product rule, I will take at last. That is slightly complicated. So product rule, how to do the integration of product, that I will take at last only. Not now. But something is missing, or is it done? Algebraic done. Sin x, cos x, these are done. Now I can come to those trigonometric ratios for which I have not written any formula. For example, I have not written formula for tan x dx. And the reason is I could not write it because of there was no such differentiation which gave us result tan x. But let me ask you one differentiation question, then you will understand. What is the derivative of secant x minus tan x? Can you find its derivative? Secant x tan x minus
Secant x into tan x minus secant x.
Secant square x.
minus secant square x. If I take here plus, let me take plus first, then it will be plus here. If I take secant x common, what we get then? Secant x plus tan x.
Yes.
Right? We are getting that. Secant, no, sorry, is it right? Yes, right only. Secant x tan x plus secant square x. Secant x can be taken common. Right only. And what is the derivative of log of secant x plus tan x? 1 upon secant x plus
Tan x into
tan x
secant
into d by dx of secant x plus.
tan x. Same.
We have already found that. We have already found secant x plus tan x.
Secant x will come here.
So
Total.
we just get secant x only at last. Therefore, this helped us to understand that if I have to integrate secant x, then that should give me what? Log
ln
of
secant x plus
secant x plus.
tan x.
You will find whenever they write ln, they put mod here because log of negative is not defined. So I can take mod here. Log of mod of secant x plus tan x. This integration is obtained here. There is a tan x integration. How to ask? Okay, do one thing now. Can you differentiate log of secant x? What is the derivative of log of secant x?
1 by
1 by
secant
secant x
1 by sec x
into derivative of
d by dx of
tan x will come here.
sec x.
which will be secant x into tan x upon
By
secant x. So we are cancelling secant x. What we are getting now? Tan x.
Tan x.
Then it means when I integrate tan x, then I should be getting
log
ln
secant x plus
log of secant x.
Log.
mod.
So these two formulae you have to remember. This one is new formula which you don't know by differentiation before, and this is all.
Sir, ln of mod secant x will come.
Your voice.
Coming soon. Sir, you are not audible, sir. You are.
I had lost the connection. Let me join again. So, what formula we have to remember? One formula we have to remember is this one. Okay, it is
Sir,
new formula for you.
secant x. No, sir.
And another you have to remember this one. It is also new for you. Secant x is equal to log of secant x plus tan x. And also this one we can remember. Power is increased and divided by the same again. X is over n plus 1 upon n plus 1. These students normally remember because it is just opposite of differentiation. These are also opposite of differentiation. These are also opposite of differentiation. But sometimes you may find it difficult to remember because we have not done any differentiation of such term which gives us result as, okay, there was no differentiation which was giving us result x raised to power n only. Therefore, you may find it difficult to remember. Learn this formula. Now only you learn within this class. What is integration of secant x? Tell again.
Ln of secant x plus tan
Secant
x.
x plus tan x.
What is integration of tan x?
Secant
Ln
x.
of secant x.
What is integration of secant square x?
Tan x plus
Tan x plus
Integration of secant square x. What is integration of secant square x?
tan x.
Tan x. What is integration of cos x?
Sin
Sin
x.
x.
sin x.
Thanks.
Sin x only.
Yes,
No
sir.
negative sign here. Remember, there is no negative sign here. Okay. There is no negative sign now.
Sir, will there be plus constant in every term of this, sir? You did not
Yes,
write this.
every term will be plus constant. Plus constant. Plus constant everywhere. But because it is everywhere, so I'm not writing. I'm just remembering this
Okay.
part. But one thing I want to tell here, whenever constant appears with log, then sometimes what they do, they assume that constant as, let us say constant is k. They assume that constant is k itself is log of c. And then they can write it as log of c multiplied by secant x. So it is usual, it is common. It is common in log cases that we don't add the constant. Instead of adding the constant, what we do? We multiply the constant within the log. Okay, so don't get confused why they are saying log of c into secant x. This is also a valid result, log of c into secant x. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Only for log terms we can do like this. Next we have integration of tan x again. But now I will do by a different way. I will derive it by a different way. I will not just justify that this is the right answer. How to derive it, I want to derive now. I can take sin x upon cos x into dx. What is sin x, by the way? Derivative of cos x with respect to x is equal to sin minus sin x. It means d cos x can be written as minus sin x into dx.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, sin x into dx will be replaced by what? It will be replaced by minus d cos x.
Minus d cos x.
Minus d cos x.
D cos x.
Now we are integrating with respect to cos x, and this is also cos x. So I can just write it as minus d, maybe y upon y integral, which will be nothing but log of minus log y, which will be nothing but log of 1 upon y. And again put value of y back, which is nothing but log of we can do that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
if I have to do it or you have to do it, you don't do this unnecessarily y. After this, you directly can write, if you know the logic that, okay, it is now in terms of cos. So you can directly write it as minus of log of
Ln secant.
cos x, and minus ln cos x will become directly log secant x. We can do this directly. Let us try to get the answer for secant x dx. That will be
ln secant x plus tan x plus.
note that we know that is true,
1 by cos x.
but how to find it out? What is the right result? How to find out? Secant x it is. Is there a way to get this answer? I think I can do this thing. I can I write it as cos x dx? Upon cos square x, right? Which I can write as d sin x upon. What is cos square x?
1 minus sin square x.
1
Then I will
minus
be getting d sin x upon 1 minus sin square x can be written as, let me tell you how to do. If I get 1 minus sin square x, I can write 1 minus sin square x, 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x.
A plus b into a minus b formula, sir.
Yes, which I can write as, I can write it as 1 minus sin x plus 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x. Also multiply by 1 by 2. Is it, are these equal or not? Check it once. Check the numerator once. Numerator is equal or not?
equal, sir.
Numerator we are getting 2. 2 divided by 2 will be 1 only. So it is equal only. But this helps us a lot. Why? Because now I can write it as 1 upon 1 plus sin x plus 1 upon okay. Up to this understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come back to that. What was it? D sin x upon 1 plus sin x integral half plus half d sin x upon 1 minus sin x. How to integrate it now? I could integrate easily if here it is dx and below also x, but unfortunately it is sin x, it is 1 plus sin x. But do you know one thing? That derivative of sin x and the derivative of 1 plus sin x are same, because derivative of constant is 0.
0.
Therefore, I can replace d sin x by d 1 plus sin x also. I think we can do that or not. Why I am doing that? The main purpose of doing that is so that numerator and denominator we are getting it now. It is in the form of dx by x integral. It is in that form. This total function we can think as capital X. This total we can think as capital X. Then we are getting d capital X by d. Or we can take by whatever d capital X by x integral. That will be nothing but log of x. So one integration we are getting log of 1 plus sine x, but we are left with the other one. What to do for the other one? Similar idea for other one also. Similar idea. Think about it. What we can do for the second one?
Minus d 1 minus
D sine x can be not written as d1 minus sine x, but minus d sine x can be written as d1 minus sine x, right or not? So I will write minus outside, half d1 minus sine x divided by 1 minus sine x, which is giving me minus 1 by 2 into log of 1 minus sine x. What at last? Do you know the formula for log A minus log B?
Log A by
by
log
B.
A by log B.
A by B, sir.
Log A by log B.
So if you know that formula, you know that half can be taken common, and log of A minus log of B can be written as log of A divided by B. Then we are getting it as, but I was expecting different. What was it? Where we started? We started with secant x, right? I am getting something else. I was expecting.
Sir, the
but-
answer is not coming.
I was expecting this answer, log of secant x plus tan x. We can convert in that form by multiplying by 1 plus sine x. Then what we get at last? Half of log of 1 plus sine x upon cos x whole square. Is it right or not?
Yes.
Because 1 minus sine square x can be replaced by cos square x.
Yes, sir.
Then we get half of log of
1
secant
by
x
cos
plus
square x secant square x.
tan x square. But 2 can be taken out. 2 divided by 2 will be 1. You know, formula log of x square will be nothing but 2 log x. Power
2
will
log
be taken out.
x.
I am using that formula here. This power will be taken out. We can take the power outside. Then 2 will cancel with 2. We are getting log of has Dean sir told you this formula that power can be taken out, this formula?
Yes, sir.
Then you know already. Right? So what we wanted to get, this only, this answer. So we are getting this answer. See, this method, some students will end here and they will think that we are not getting answer. Answer will be this. They will end here and they will think in trigonometry always it is like that. Sometimes in trigonometry answer appears to be so much different from the answer. Our answer will appear to be so much different from the given options that we will think that we are not getting the answer. But if you are good at trigonometry, then you will be able to convert into the other forms.
One master step will be there, sir. Like that, we have to convert and we'll get the answer easily. Sir.
But that idea you should be getting in the examination. So if you are good, that you will be getting only if you are good in trigonometry. So therefore, even for physics, we need to be good in trigonometry, even for solving physics problems. What? There is one boy, he's talking sometimes, but I can't hear anything because I think signal is very weak in his house. One formula for this formula are also there in integration, 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. In fact, not this one. Let us learn 1 upon a square minus x square dx and 1 upon a square plus x square dx. That will give us
Tan inverse x.
tan inverse x by a into 1 by a, and it is sine inverse of x by a. Have you come across this formula or not?
Yes, sir.
If you have not come across this formula, let me derive one by one. First, I am deriving this, and I will use a method now, substitution method. When we have some complicated integration formula, a question, and we want to solve it, sometimes we know that trigonometry, if we have written everything in terms of trigonometric relations, then answer will be easy. So what we need to do, we convert into trigonometric relation. X I can write as, let x be equal to a sine theta. You may think, why a sine theta only? Main idea is I want to remove this root. How can I remove this root? I can get rid of this root by putting x equal to a sine theta, because then a square minus x square will become a square minus a square sine square theta, which will be a square cos square theta. So I can get rid of the root. That is our main purpose, why I am writing the formula in this way. So what is dx? Derivative of x with respect to theta is equal to a cos theta. Then dx will be equal to a cos theta into d theta. Understood? This part is clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we can write numerator a cos theta into d theta, because we are getting dx as this. So this dx we will put as a cos theta d theta. Denominator will be just root of a square cos square theta. Root of a square cos square theta means it is so simple integration. Now you know that integration of d theta will be just theta only. But what was theta? What was theta?
Sin inverse x by a.
Yes, because x is equal to a sine theta. So sine theta will be x by a. So theta will be sine inverse of x by a. We have got answer for our first question. What about for the second case? If I have 1 upon a square plus x square, this one, then I recommend you to put x is equal to a tan theta. What is the purpose? Now purpose is not to get rid of any root. There is no such problem. But you remember that this will give us a trigonometric relation. What relation it will give us? A square plus x square will be giving us a square plus a square tan square theta, which will be giving us a square into secant square theta. And what is dx by d theta? Any idea what is dx by d theta?
A secant square theta.
Derivative of tan theta is secant square theta. So it is, yes, right. Then what will be dx?
d theta into
a
n into
secant square theta into d theta. Dx can be written as a secant square theta into d theta. Once we know this, then come back to the integration now. This part is just useful for integration, but our integration will start here. What is dx value? Dx is a secant square theta into d theta. And what is our denominator value? Denominator comes from here. See, it is so amazing again. Secant square theta cancelled. We are getting 1 by a into integration of d theta, which will be again equal to 1 by a into theta. But theta in this case is tan inverse x by a. So 1 by a, remember, in this case, 1 by a is appearing, but in our last case, 1 by a is not appearing. It is just sine inverse x by a. So how to remember where 1 by a will appear, where it will not appear? I have remembered it in by method of dimensions. What is the dimension of x? Let us say x is length. Then numerator has dimension of length and denominator is root of square of length. Then denominator will have what dimension? Length only. Length upon length will give us what? Dimensionless quantity. You have some idea of dimensions or no idea of dimensions at all?
We have idea.
Then you know that x is, let us say
quantity.
x is length. Let us say x is length. Then this is length and this is length square root. So this will just become length upon length. So quantity finally should be dimensionless. Sine inverse of x by a will be quantity, which will be just a number, and it will be dimensionless number. Come to this case now. Length upon length square. So finally, that dimension should be of 1 by length. This is dimensionless quantity. It has no dimensions. So dimensions are coming because of 1 by a here. If you remember in this way, then you will never do mistakes. You will always put here only 1 by a, not in place of sine inverse x by a. That is how I have learned it. Now it is your choice how you want to remember it. But you have to remember it. You have to learn the formula. Dx upon root of a square minus x square is equal to sine inverse x by a, and dx upon a square plus x square is equal to 1 by a tan inverse x by a. How to do if it is x square minus a square dx? Then we will just do it by this way.
X equal
1
to
by
a sec
1 by 2a into 1 by x minus a minus of 1 by x plus a. Is it right or not? Are these two same things or different?
Same thing, sir.
If these are same, then I can write 1 by 2a into dx upon x minus a integral minus dx upon x plus a integral, which will be 1 by 2a into log of x minus a minus of log of x plus a, which will be equal to 1 by 2a log of x minus a upon x plus a. That is answer. Okay. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
So we have to learn all these formulae of integration. But learning formula is one thing, and understanding really what integration is another thing. We should learn the formula definitely, but we should also know what integration means.
Area.
What
Area and
integration
convert this curved area.
means integration of y with respect to x means area under y versus x graph. If I have, for example, y versus x graph, what you want to take, maybe any graph you can take. For example, y is equal to x square plus 1. It will be a parabola, upward facing parabola,
1 by x.
and minimum value will be 1, y and x. If you want to get its area, but the problem is which area we are talking about. It is infinite area. It is true, it will be infinite area. Therefore, I have to tell from where to where. X equal to a to x equal to b. So if I give you the numbers here, a and b, a could be positive or negative, b could be positive or negative. This shaded area which we are getting, that area we can obtain by integration. For example, let us find out this area in reality, what it will be. What is the value of y? Y is, in this question, it is given as x square plus 1. So what is the integration of x square plus 1?
X cube
X
by
cube
3
by
plus
3 plus
x.
x.
X cube by
It
3
is
plus
coming out to be x cube by 3 plus x. But I have to take limits from where? I have to take from where to where? A to b. What does it tell us? It tells us that first I have to put the value b, then I have to take minus, and then I have to put the value a. There is a name for this. When we take such limits that I have to take area only from a to b, we call such integration as for which we give the limits, we call such integration as definite integration. What we call such integration as? Definite. There is no difference in the formula of definite integration and in
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir,
sir.
Sir,
Sir, your video is also stuck.